Good evening. Welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, the news you can trust, and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I'm Nidhi Kathuria, coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In the news this evening, Indian American Vedant Patel gets new role in US State Department office. Indian origin Suella Braverman appointed Home Secretary in new UK cabinet. Take a sneak peek into the new episode of Hum Tumar Mini. Dr. Sudhir Parikh shares his views on issues making news this week in US, India and elsewhere. All eyes on revamped Central Vista Avenue in New Delhi as it opens tomorrow. Ponniyin Selvan Part 1, Mani Ratnam's magnum opus trailer spellbind audiences. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community for news in detail right after this short break. Vedant Patel, the principal deputy spokesperson for the US Department of State, has created history by becoming the first Indian American to hold the Delhi State Department news conference that his fellow colleagues said did with the utmost professionalism and clear communication. With State Department spokesperson Ned Price on vacation, the 33-year-old Patel from California on Tuesday took the briefing room in the Foggy Bottom headquarters of the State Department to represent the country on foreign policy issues before the media. During his briefing, Patel covered topics ranging from Russia's unlawful invasion of Ukraine, negotiations around the JCPOA, and Liz Truss becoming the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Vedant Patel made an impressive debut from the podium. Kudos to Vedant Patel on his podium debut, tweeted Matt Hill, Senior Associate Communications Director at the White House. Suella Braverman, an Indian origin barrister, was on Tuesday appointed as the UK's new Home Secretary, succeeding fellow colleague of Indian descent Priti Patel. Braverman was named as the Home Secretary by newly appointed Prime Minister Liz Truss. The mother of two children is the daughter of Hindu Tamil mother Uma and Goan origin father Christy Fernandez. Her mother migrated to the UK from Mauritius while her father migrated from Kenya in the 1960s. Braverman will be tasked with projects such as the government's plan to send some asylum seekers to Rwanda, which has faced legal challenges, the BBC reported. The Cambridge University law graduate married Royal Braverman in 2018, and her maternity leave famously brought about an overdue legal change last year to allow her to remain a cabinet minister while away to give birth to their second child. Braverman is a Buddhist who attends the London Buddhist Centre regularly and took her oath on office in Parliament on the Dhampada, scripture of Lord Buddha's sayings. Hum Tumar Mini's new episode will talk about domestic violence while discussing the grave implications of domestic abuse as it tries to put forth some mitigation solutions. The complete episode will soon air on ITV Gold, but for now, watch the excerpt.
So we've been talking about domestic violence, domestic abuse, which happens in domestic setting. And are there signs? कोई signs होते हैं? Do we see any signs? Do we see somebody over possessive, over jealous? एक मिनट में प्यार, एक मिनट में गुस्सा. I don't take this. Cruelty towards animals. कोई signs होते हैं लोग?
Yeah, there's always signs.
What are the signs? Did you see any signs?
Oh yeah, many. But like this is, I'm talking about my sister thing 34 years back, the societal pressure, your peer pressure, your family pressure, that was immense. And she would come and tell, and I would tell, because I used to go, as I said, every Sunday to see my sister. And I used to see, and my father would say, oh, पहले ऐसे होता था. और पहले तो मिलने भी नहीं देते थे, भाई को मिलने दे रहे हैं. So
could it be that that guy had seen his father abuse his mother? Monkey sees, monkey does. Was it like that in their family?
I don't know. There's nothing that I remember anybody doing that.
Wow.
That was that particular
So, Jasmine,
man.
what are the signs of domestic abuse that people should look out for? What does a sign of a personality trait a person has, and you know that might end in domestic abuse?
Well, you already mentioned some of them. So jealousy, possessiveness, narcissism.
I'm
If
always
they're
right.
I'm always right. If they're over controlling for the littlest of things.
They don't like your family. They don't like your friends.
Absolutely.
They don't let you have
They want to
money.
separate you from everybody.
They want to isolate
It's
you.
easier for them to control you.
They don't want you to have a bank balance. They don't want you to have a good job. कुछ भी करो उनके लिए खराब है. ये सही नहीं है. तुम्हारी family सही नहीं है. तुम्हारे friends खराब है.
And anything that goes wrong in their life, it's all because of you. It's your fault.
Oh my God.
It's your fault.
Yes.
When it could be something that happened wrong in their job or with one of their friends, they'll put the blame on you.
So look out for those signs, and you know what? Do get help. Get counseling. If you have that personality, get counseling.
In our show this week with Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh shares his views on some of the issues making news this week in US, India and around the world. Watch the highlights.
First, let me congratulate new Prime Minister Liz Truss. She was Finance Minister in Boris previous Prime Minister Boris administration. She's very smart, very seasoned, and very senior leader in the Conservative Party there in United Kingdom. She is usually moderately conservative, and now the mood of the country is such that she is kind of she won the election by talking very strict. Strict conservative, and she has a lot of challenges, particularly the inflation, as you mentioned, particularly the Brexit, because of Brexit, their trade with the other European countries is completely kind of upside down. And of course, that's why there is a lot of unrest in the United Kingdom from the laborers and other workers. And in UK, even this worker association are very strong and very powerful, and it's very difficult. I mean, if they start protesting, then government has to listen. So I think she really faced with a lot of challenges, and let's hope so that she will do good. Right now, obviously, Russia is losing because Russia thought that this war will be over within 2 to 4 weeks. And now it's almost 6 months. And not only that, but because of the war is dragging on, USA and European ally, NATO ally, has enough time to reinforce the Ukrainian army. And that's why now what I heard that from last week, Ukrainian army even started counter attacks and try to take back their land. So I think it's a completely mess. It's a stalemate there. And sanction is working, but no sanction works 100% anyway, because every country always behaves or act according to their own interest. So, but Russia is suffering, and I think it looks like it's a stalemate. No one is winning, and they're looking for face-saving formula so Russia can declare the victory and get out of it. There are half of the country believes in Trump conservatism, and half of the country believes in Biden liberalism. So we don't know who is right or wrong, but every issue has both sides. So you cannot judge whole thing and whitewash or brush up whole thing in one brush, and it means it's always, all this thing is issue by issue. And certain issue, I mean, even Biden gave the help to the lot of money, pumped a lot of money to the all the families during the COVID time. It was necessary. And now if you look backward, then that is the main cause of the inflation now.
Right.
So now you cannot say that what Biden did is the wrong thing that time. So this is issues where you have to go by issue to issue, so nobody's right or nobody's wrong.
But this is like dividing the country and calling out, those people who support President Trump as extremists.
Well, I mean, again, it's a political rhetoric, just like we have in India, right? Whatever BJP does, somebody calls out extreme. And whatever Congress does, BJP tells them extreme. So we don't know. It has no much meaning, that kind of rhetoric. And actually, by definition, we are already in recession. We are not waiting for recession. We are in recession. Because any recession means, by definition, if 2 quarters of growth is negative, it means it's a recession.
It is.
So now you have to describe whether this recession is a mild recession, temporary recession, or it's a moderate or sticky recession. So the time will tell. And as right now, Fed is keep increasing the rate, it means they believe that this inflation is very sticky. And that's why they will raise the rate till end of the year or even till next spring, and break the and bring the mild recession, and which then they will reverse themselves. So I think we are in recession. So you cannot say that there will not be recession. All this trade, the economical friendship, then what is right and wrong. And the economic thing is one hand, and the joint military exercise is other part. So, but they don't mix to each other, because joint military exercise doesn't mean that they are trying to, tomorrow they will trying to attack India. Same thing, India is doing joint exercise with the USA, Australia, Japan, and Japan, and so then that doesn't mean that we are ready to attack anybody. So I think again it's again a very individual issue and individual analysis on that issues. Well, I think we're going to show more of reality programs. We're going to show more interviews, more expert advices, plus we are going to show, of course, nice soap operas. In the morning, we are showing the Doordarshan News, which is authentic news from the government of India, and also we are have hour or two of spiritual kind of communication with the gurus like Sadhguru and Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. So I think these are our lineup, and hopefully, and some Bollywood movies too, and hopefully people will enjoy it better.
The revamped Central Vista Avenue is set to be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi this week. The inauguration is expected to take place on Thursday. The Central Vista stretches from Vijay Chowk to India Gate. The revamped avenue is the first project that has been completed under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government's ambitious Central Vista redevelopment plan. Enjoy the drone footage of the red granite wonder. continuing with the news on entertainment on ITV Gold, enjoy Hrithik Roshan's blockbuster Koi Mil Gaya in the family movie night this Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Saturday 1 p.m. EST, watch Dilip Kumar and Raj Kumar in Subhash Ghai directed Saudagar. Reserve your Sunday for Chocolate, starring Irfan Khan and Anil Kapoor in the family movie night this Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for a print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITVGold, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the Tri-State or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment, and events in the U.S. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Nidhi Kathuria signing off.